welcome guys. In this video today, we are going to go over how to create kids coloring pages for your books that will be uploaded to Amazon KDP. So as you can see here, I have different cover variations and I have these beautiful kids coloring pages that will go inside of my book for Amazon KDP. And I'm going to show you all how to do the same thing today. So first we're going to head over to Google and we're going to type in KDP Interior Margins. As you can see, it is top of the list. And when you go inside of here, this is kdp.amazon.com / all these different things. But if you Google, you'll get to this page. And at the top, you'll see set trim size, bleed, and margins. This is super crucial if you want to not get those error messages inside of Amazon KDP when you upload your book. As you can see here, it talks about bleed and the book interior after final trim. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit and zoom in some. All right, so zooming in, essentially no bleed is right here to the left and then with bleed is to the right. So when you have bleed, it essentially bleeds to the outside of the margins and all the way to the edge of the paper. And when you have no bleed, it's all inside of the margins. As you can see, you see all the words, the picture, everything is inside of this margin. And that is with book interior with bleed and without bleed. Now I'm going to zoom a little bit back out just because I try to be able to see full screen. And when you go here, you can see example page size without bleed. So again, the size we picked was 8.5 by 11. And this is without bleed, which we're going to be working on. The coloring book today is not going to have any bleed. And this is the page size with bleed as an 8.5 by 11, which would be 8.625 by 11.25. So you have to add on that 0.25 in order to do the pages with bleed. So if your coloring book is going to extend to the edge of the page, you want to make sure that you're doing it with bleed. Now, this also is important. It talks about the margins. So again, our coloring book is going to be less than 150 pages. So with no bleed, you just want to make sure you have at least a 0.25 margin around your coloring book pages. Your inside gutter margins 0.375. And then if you are doing outside margins with bleed, you'll make sure it has 0.375, which we'll talk a little bit about that inside once we go inside the document. So we're going to go now. Again, this is how the front cover looked, how we did the design. So now we're going to go into the interior. So when we go inside, you'll go to custom size and you'll type in 8.5 by 11. Since we're doing no bleed, and you'll do create design. If you're going to do with a bleed, you'll do the 8.625 by the 11.25 and you'll create a new design. So I already have the 8.5 by 11 up. So this is what we have here. Now I'm going to do a blank page and I'm just going to click add page because I want to show you all how to get your rulers on. So if you go inside of settings and you click show rulers and guides, it's going to show you your rulers and guides to be able to align your document the way you want it to for the 0.375 and the 0.225 margins. You can also show the margin and you can also show the print bleed. Right, so the print bleed is here where this dotted line is, and then the margin is obviously here, everything inside of the margin. And then you can set your ruler line, the 3.75, which it doesn't give you the exact, but you get close enough. All right, so it's like 0.394. So you can leave all of this in if you want to, or you could take it off. So what I'll do is I'm gonna make sure to create, I want to add in a square because I want to go ahead and make a border for my images. So I'm gonna just prep this for now. And I typically just make it nice and even around the page. I just want to make it even. So now I'm just going to make sure that it's even. It's going to be a little cross. So everything is even. So I could turn this off now, which I'll go in, and to turn it off, you'll just uncheck everything, uncheck your margins, uncheck your print bleed. And then I'm going to do a no color because I don't want any color. And then I'll pick my line border style. You could do dots. You could do this. You could do that. I'm going to do a line, and I like my line to be right at a 2. You could do a rounded line if you wanted to, right? But we're not going to do that today. So now I have, you know, the inside of like where I want my coloring page to go inside of, similar to what you see here at the bottom. It's a little bit more on the border here, but you could also adjust it. So if I duplicate this and if I want to make this smaller, thick around the borders, and as you can see, my ruler is always going to pop up. So it's going to let me know. And this is in the middle, right? And I can move this down some. And I just want to get it in the cross. So now you have like a thicker kind of border around. So it's just really your preference. You just want to make sure that it's not bleeding and it's not cutting off when you upload it. So we'll work with this here. So now we have how we want our document to kind of be framed. And we're going to go to ChatGPT. When you go to ChatGPT, you're going to click on Explore GPTs. When you click on Explore GPTs, you're going to type in coloring. And you're going to see it's going to say Coloring Book Hero. You'll click on that, and it will show up on the left-hand side of your panel. Now, I've already been working inside of a Coloring Book Hero. So here is where I've been working inside of. So I took that same prompt. I just changed it up a little bit to say, create a kid's coloring page. Little girl, age 4 years old. Again, the theme is she's going to always have on this melanin princess with a ruffled skirt, standing in the hallway with her school backpack. Now, you can change the scenarios if you want to. And let me just show you at the bottom. So I'm going to change it to, let's see, she's standing in the hallway. Let's go to she's standing in the classroom. So you could just do different parts, the school. So you could do like hallway, you could do classroom, you could do playground, you could do school bus, all different types of stuff to basically generate the images. So while that's generating, I'm going to move up because as you can see, ChatGPT has a hard time with actually getting the hair right inside of when you say Afro puffs. So you want to keep that in mind. It worked a little bit for like here, and I had to go in and do some things, which I'm going to show you. But even when I tried to put in, please recreate just black and white, it does work. Like it'll take out some of the black and white, but ultimately it doesn't give you those puffs the way you want it to. So you might have to do a lot of generating to get that right, or change the hairstyle, which we'll look at. So as you can see here, it has her inside of the classroom, and let's just do, and then we could generate another one as well if we want to, just to see how it comes out. And then I'm going to also just kind of gear up, please recreate black and white only, and see if that helps. But again, if we change the hairstyle, maybe we do like 2 ponytails, which I'm going to change it to, we might be able to get less shading inside of the puffs. So again, this has less black and white inside of it, which is cool. So now I'm going to just do recreate black and white only. And while that's generating, I'm going to gear this prompt up for, I'm going to change the hairstyle. And we're going to see if that makes a difference with 2. And let's just take out the afro and see if that makes a difference. So again, it's still giving me, even when I said, please recreate black and white only, it's still giving me her hair. It is a lot of less black and white in the back, which is good. But we're just going to play around with the hairstyle just a little bit, just to see if there's any way to get less of, as you can see, it worked in the first one, but for this one, not too much. Let's just say with 2 ponytails, and we'll just wait till this generates. And let's hope that this makes a difference. See, it's getting better, but not quite there. We'll do another one. Then we're going to move to show how to get some of that grayscale out of the picture from like the face, all those different places. So we'll wait till this generates, but while it's generating, well, no, I'm gonna wait, because sometimes when you don't wait till it generates in ChatGPT, it messes up the actual image. But I'm gonna go in and save some of these photos. So this looks like it gave 2. I don't know what they got going on here. No, this is not gonna work for me. That looks even worse. So we're gonna try the 2 ponytails, and let's see if they just give us 2 ponytails, you know, without the, and then I'm going to say, please make ponytails. Maybe if I do that, black and white only. Or maybe if I try, so I'm going to try black and white only, and then I'm going to try white only and see if that makes a difference. Okay. So that still didn't make a difference. So they're still having issues, with the way they do the ponytail. So let's just do, and it's moving pretty slow. So let me download this. So I'm just going to download some of these images while we wait. Download this image. And that one was not good again. And again, since we downloaded it, now we're going to have to restart the page up, which is fine because we started downloading images, and we'll just go back into the file, ChatGPT. So it's a little better, but not quite. So it's still creating, you know, kind of that white outline in there. And so once I play around with it a little bit, we will figure out how to make that work. So let's do that. We're going to save that, and then we're going to save this. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to Google. And when you go to Google, you can type in Photopia, and you're going to go to photopia.com. And when you go to photopia.com, what Photopia allows you to do is you could take out a lot of that grayscale inside of the images. So I'm going to go ahead and go out, and I'm going to drag in another image inside of here, inside of the Photopia, so we can actually see how this works. So again, you go to photopia.com. You're going to open from your computer, and I'm going to open from my computer inside of the downloads folder. And we are going to pick one of these, and we're going to pick the one that has some grayscale in it. So we'll do this one here because this has some grayscale in it, and we'll open this up. So it's going to open up inside of Photopia. It's loading. And when you get in here, you want to use these two tools. So you have this gradient tool, and you have this tool here. And you want to make sure the color picker is on white. So you'll just go in. When you go in for the first time, it'll be on black. So you'll want to change both of them to white. And now you're going to right click on your gradient tool, and you're going to click paint bucket tool. And when you click on the paint bucket tool, you'll just click over the parts where you want to change the color to white. Now I'm going to click in everywhere where it's grayscale, like in her neck. Even if you wanted to do like some of the book, you can make it, as you can see, like just a little bit whiter if you want to. But for the most part, most of the stuff in this picture is black and white. And I want to show you what I mean by the hair. Like, it doesn't do it right. So you're not able to do the hair, unfortunately. Now you could go in and attempt to kind of do it, but it's not going to work because of the way that the image. So you just go ahead and click. When that happens, you just click undo, redo until you get it back to where you had it, right? And this is the image. Now you have this image here, and what you could do is file, and you'll do a save, export as a PNG. I'm going to export it as a PNG, and I'm going to hit save. So I turned that image, you know, just kind of took that grayscale out of her face, and I'm going to go back into the Canva. I'm going to go back to uploads, and I'm going to upload that new file that we have now inside of here. And then we can see the difference as well. So, okay, so you can see here and you can see here. So let's upload both of them just so we can see the difference. So as you can see in this picture here, she has a lot more grayscale in her face, and we just simply took that out because we just don't want that in there. We want as least grayscale as possible. So I'm just going to extend this to fit inside, and then let's move it out some, right? So, and now this is the fun part where you actually get to make the text inside of what you wanted to say. So again, I'm keeping the same font, right? I'm going to go to the children's font, and I have children 1 as my font. And I'm going to actually go in, and I'm going to type in Layla loves her new classroom. And again, we're going to do the line spacing on this because I just want to bring it up just a little bit. I'm going to bring this over. Wrong thing. And I'm going to position this to, let's see if I can position this to the back, the line in the back. So this doesn't get in the way. No, it looks like it's already in the front. So we'll leave it. And we'll just make sure we grab the text. So I'm going to have that here, and I'm going to click on effects. And when you click on hollow turns it into coloring. So you can outline it, you can color it. This is more of an outline, so you can't really color it. Now, if you change the text to white, right, you can have that, and you could change this color here to black, right? And you could also do it that way. So you could do hollow, or you could do, so whichever one you like better, and I'll show you the difference between both. So this one here is the outline, and this one here is the hollow, right? So let's change the color back to black. And they look pretty similar, but as you can see, it's a little bit different. So we're going to go with the outline for right now. And we'll just basically go in, and I'll duplicate this to make it easier. And you'll leave a blank space in between each page so they're in there coloring. And what I like to do is just to keep all my images even. I'll go in and I'll keep the same picture inside of there just so I could keep the space evenly around, like how everything is. And then I'll drag this over just a little bit and I'll delete this out from the back, right? So now I'm kind of keeping it even. And then I could change the font, right? Layla loves her new school. And again, you could fix the line spacing and you can move this over, right? Center it up. And again, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to do the same thing. Right now, I'm going to delete this out. Now, obviously, these are all different girls, so the theme is all the same though. So you can change the name around or change, kind of like what you want it to be, because obviously she's a different girl, right? Layla's a different girl. So you could just put like, she's excited, different things like that if you don't want to keep the name the same. And again, we're going to add a blank page here. We're going to add another blank page here. Now, as you see, you get the gist of the coloring book, and I'm just going to add this to the end. But this is basically how the page started when it was in ChatGPT. And obviously in the other video, we already demonstrated how to actually upload these pages. So you have inside of here, you'll have a blank page here typically. At the front cover won't be on this page, but for demonstrations of this video, just wanted to show you the front cover. You'll have a blank page here, and then you could do a, this coloring book belongs to, right? And you can make like a line for somebody's name to go here. And then let's just add another, because we'll have a blank page. After the front cover, you'll have a blank page. And then you will have a, like your copyright page will go here. And any information like you want them to know, if you have like a QR code, you could put like an introduction about yourself, whatever you want, right? It'll go there. You can make this design. So we've only done 1, I think 2 and 3. These are all repeating pages. So we've done a couple of pages. So we will do, we will leave it at that because you get the gist of how to create it. And these are all the pages. So now I'm going to save. Again, when you upload it to Amazon KDP, you'll just only be uploading the blank pages with the coloring book pages. I have the front cover here just to show how it looks, with the front cover. So I'm going to do pages 1 through 9. And I'm going to save that again as a PDF. And when you go down here, you could uncheck and you could type in manually what pages you want to select. And I'm going to click download. And I'm just downloading pages 1 to 9 just because I want to see how it actually turned out. Again, you won't be downloading these pages because the front cover, we already know the front cover will be different, right? It will be in a landscape version like this. And it's a little bit different variation from this cover to the cover that you see here, but it's very similar. So again, like I said, you have that blank page, your copyright page, coloring book, and now you have Layla loves her new classroom. Layla loves her new school, blank page. So when they're coloring, Layla, I forgot to put but is excited to meet new friends, right? So you'll add that in. But this looks really nice. The theme here, obviously, Melanin Princess we have going on. This is the front page of how it would look. Again, you will upload it like this for Amazon. And if you like what you're seeing, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. I really like how this is turning out. Gonna upload this, and I will put the Amazon link as well once it's ready to be published and uploaded. You will see it in the description. Again, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll also leave a link for the template for this as well with the border on how I make the pages, and I'll leave that below as well. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to you all creating your coloring / activity medium content books for Amazon KDP. And as you make them, leave comments below and let us know how your book turned out and what your customers thought about your book. Thank you so much.